Smile.
Everybody.
You got to pretend you're in a good mood tonight, okay?
Fake it till you make it.
That's a great saying, ain't it? Sometimes. Other times, not so much.
Yeah.
Scratch and go crazy. I don't believe you're still in here, but if you are, what's up? I don't think anyone's currently in here, but I don't know.
I don't think there is either. It's the first time we've opened to an empty room.
Well, Scratch and Go Crazy came in and went, hello, what's up? How you doing? Okay, bye.
Nobody's here.
You said you were going live. Hello, lady.
I guess I can watch the ads on my iPad.
So it's like, I'll keep myself occupied. There's ads.
It's for some weird Tide.
But no, I filled up the little pantry again. Literally, it's overly flowing stuffed.
That is, yeah, like amazing how much stuff is in there.
I didn't think it was all there's a ton of crackers that I got, like the popcorn tins. I've never seen crackers in a popcorn, but they had some.
Yeah.
And that was put on the outside of the of it because I'm like, it's metal, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
No, you're in a complete lockdown again. Aviation fan, what's up? How you doing? Sorry you're in a complete lockdown. I think we're heading that way too. It's going to happen probably within the next month. I'm not looking forward to it, but I think it's coming, and I don't know. A lot of other things I'm sure are coming too.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Isn't there?
No.
There's got to be.
There's not. We can get angry, but what good is that going to do?
It appeases my mind.
Well, then get angry.
Okay.
If that's what's going to work for you, then you do. You do you, boo.
It happens. I can't fix that, aviation fan. My internet is all kinds of whacked up, messed up, insane. There's nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do. I called them and complained about the internet the other day, as well as the fact that they snuck a charge on my bill. They legitimately put cable service on my bill, and I told them specifically when I got internet I did not want cable service, and they all of a sudden had it added into my bill. I'm like, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
After ripping them a couple new holes, they took it off and gave me a credit and everything else because I was a little bit ticked off at that point.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah. Well, that and the fact that when I canceled Autumn's phone, they didn't actually completely remove it. They removed her phone, but they're still charging me full price. So yeah, I had to fight with them too. I had all kinds of fights the other day.
I almost got into a fight with an appliance salesman yesterday.
And then you returned it. Richard,
no, this was at a different place. Hi, Richard. This was at a different place. We went to that Maru's Shack on Route 30. It's like an independent, shop local kind of place. Walk in, point to the stove that I want, and he starts laughing at me. And I'm like,
yes, I'm broke, okay?
Okay. And I said, and I need it in white. And he's like, you're being unreasonable. Do you know there's a pandemic going on? Chris literally turned and started walking away because he knew I was going to kill the guy.
Chris is like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Tales of the Solstice, what is up? How you doing? Great to see you.
Hi, Tails.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I went off on both of them, and then at the end, I was like, I feel better. I feel a little bit better.
Good.
Sometimes you just need to snap on a company that you're dealing with that messes up somehow or some way.
Oh, yeah.
And it just makes you feel better.
Yeah. We've had these random phone calls coming from all over the country to the house, and they call like 6 times a day. The other day I was trying to nap. I had been up all night. I hadn't slept. I just wanted to sleep, and the phone rang, and I answered the phone, and I go, who are you, and what could be so fucking important that you need to call my goddamn house 6 times a fucking day? And they hung up.
Paula Widener, how you doing, darling? Great to see you.
Hi, Paula. Sorry about the expletive-filled rant.
So I had, it was Comcast. Comcast called me the other day, supposedly. A 219 number, not an 800 number, so I kind of knew it wasn't Comcast.
Yeah.
But they're calling like, you qualify for like 60% off or discount to your bill. And I'm like, oh yeah? Like, could you verify your I think they wanted me to verify my address or something. So, or no, verify the last amount you paid, so we can figure out what your discount would be. And I go, if you're really Comcast, you'd have that sitting in front of you. And they hung up the phone before I could finish my sentence.
Yeah. That's just
it's annoying. It's annoying. And the thing is, it's the sad thing. This is what drives me nuts with those places. Is elderly people, like grandmas and grands, they fall for that. They give that information and then they get swindled out of money. And so it just ticks me off. It just ticks me off. 23KC coming in with a flower. I think I convinced Mike that we are going to have to come out by you and fish this summer. So you better start figuring out like the best place to go fishing, because we're going fishing with you. Right? Endless Vlogs, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you.
Hello.
Which is a co-op. We only have the emergency number for them. Yeah, we don't have. We just have internet. We weren't supposed to have cable. We don't have phone service. But for some reason, all of a sudden, I'm looking at my bill the other day. I'm like, no, I don't have cable. This is why when Bossy said, you have a big rally coming up, I go, huh? She goes, do you not know you live in the United States? I'm like, I don't have the news. Yeah. The news is just depressing. I don't watch that.
Yeah.
Baby. Seriously. She comes over here, puts her head on my lap, and starts wagging her tail and hitting a cord. So all you hear is, stop.
She just wants love.
No, she just wants another treat.
Oh.
I got lots of treats tonight, too, and I gave her one of the Chewies, and she's like, it's gone, Mom. Can I have another?
Gotcha. For those of you who don't know, Baby is her golden retriever, Labrador retriever, something. Golden
retriever.
Yeah. And she is the calmest, coolest dog you will ever meet in your life. Like, I went over to Crystal's and she just walks out of the house and the dog just sits next to me like, hey, give me love. And never left my side. She
won't run. She won't do nothing. She's just like, pet me.
Yeah.
Baby.
She just wanted love. And I was like, oh my God, my dogs would like be in another city by now if they got out of the house.
Well, your dogs are a little bit berserk.
Yeah, they're a little goofballs. Yeah, that's for sure.
She's small. What are you not doing, baby? I didn't have a treat.
You are not worthy, Mother.
She's like, you didn't give me my treat. I'm out.
Yeah.
But yes, we like catching bass and we like catching catfish. Either one is cool. So yeah, figure out where's a good fishing hole. Because we're going to come out to you this year.
I had Shoop's Hamburgers for dinner. It's a local restaurant here in Indiana.
Oh, I love Shoop's.
It was good.
We had Shoop's like 2 weeks ago for like the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I missed this. And then Mike got chili cheese fries. That's the only thing that stinks is like you have to get the fries separate, so it gets pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But he got the chili cheese fries, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the Irish fries, and he's like, I didn't even know they had those.
Yeah. Chris and I both got our own Irish nachos.
Is anyone else having issues with the internet? Because my internet on my side is showing just fine. Like normally, I know when it messes up because it flashes or something happens. I can't just go reset. I'm not going to go reset. In the end, for me because notifications will not go out. They never do if you restart another stream.
You are breaking up a smidge. Your picture's fine, but you're breaking up in audio a little bit once in a while.
I would say it, yeah. And even then, like, because my kids are still up playing on the internet,
yeah,
there's nothing I can do to fix it.
No.
I don't know, 23KC. I think I'd like a refund on the year already, because 7 days in, and this year's not proven to be very good.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long, Richard. You just not been over here. You've been hanging out with your new buddy.
Yeah, Richard. Go hang with your new friends.
It has not been that long.
Because they're so much cooler than us.
But no, yeah, that's just for me. Like, I know when you restart a stream, because I've done it before, no one from the stream before shows back up because the notifications don't go out and they all sit there going, I guess she decided not to start up again. And then I sit there with like no one in the stream, so it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to matter, Aviation Fan. It really isn't. I go live just to have fun myself. It doesn't really matter for the replay because not many people are going to replay a stream. And my internet provider isn't going to do nothing anyway.
No.
I'm giving the
I saw online today called today December 37th, 2020. And it was like 2020 is just rolling along. It's not leaving. It's December 37th.
I don't think it is going to leave. I don't think it is going to leave. But no, yeah, it's not good. We have at least 6 months of this hell. I guarantee that. And honestly, I'm kind of wondering if some more stuff's going to pop off. Honestly, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah,
I've said for a long time a revolution is on our heels, and I have a feeling it's popping off sooner than I'd like.
That's certainly how it looked yesterday.
Oh, I'm a little bit afraid of that, but I have a feeling there's going to be some stuff.
Hey, Eric.
Eric Garcia, what's up? How you doing?
Because I know it's not a good place for you.
On the radio going to my second. Well, that's awesome. Hey, that's awesome. But like I said, I have been live. It's not like I haven't been live in weeks or months. I've actually been live at least once, if not twice a week for the most part for the last month.
Yeah.
Or more. Or I was live once a week, even before that, almost every week, because me and Gil almost always went live on Saturday.
She did take a little break, but it wasn't that long.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. And I quit going live on Mondays because Mondays just didn't work out for me.
They didn't work out for Bossy. Who are you trying to kill?
No, okay, stop. I don't know. No, Bossy. I didn't even ask her about it. It was just Mondays for me. I have this mental block with Mondays.
You do. You really do.
Even though, well, and I think part of the problem is because I do tend to work on Sunday, so I work a long day on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes time for Monday, I don't go to Taekwondo on Monday nights because it's Monday. It's a day to do nothing. And then it would come to Monday night, and I'm like, I don't want to go live. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Forget this. I'm going to bed. So I have a mental block with Mondays, and it really was not working for me. And it didn't help any that, like, for some reason, it seems like a lot of people went live on Mondays. So it would be like I'd go live, and I'd get 10 people, 6 people, 5 people. And I'm like, I already had a mental block. Is it really worth going live for 5 people to be in here? Yeah. I'm talking with my panel. That's it.
Yeah. Richard, try turning the bell off and then turning the bell back on.
A lot of times what you end up needing to do when that happens is you have to completely unsubscribe and then resubscribe and ring the bell. That's usually the only way to fix a bell issue.
Ring my bell, ring my bell.
I'm like, huh? Ariel Williams, what's up? How you doing? Scrapping together. How you doing? Great to see you.
Ariel, do you not know the Ring My Bell song? Are you too?
Yes, I know that song, but when you started singing it, I'm like, huh? That's not Ariel Williams. I thought you were saying hi to Ariel Williams at first.
Hi, scrapping together too. I forgot to say that.
I actually got all my Christmas decorations outside taken up because it was decent weather today. Now I still got to do the inside.
I thought of doing that today too, and I just never got around to it.
But I did something stupid to my knee, and now my knee is like feeling like I crashed my motorcycle again.
That's why you were hobbling down the stairs?
Uh-huh. It don't feel good.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't help when I'm getting out of the dumpsters on those ledged ones, and I end up getting my knee on the ledge and put a lot of weight on it. And, I've actually got almost a perfect heart on my leg where a scab is.
Oh,
from
geez.
from basically a dumpster like that.
Oh, jeez.
It's just like it doesn't even bleed. It's like I just gave myself an indent.
Yeah. That's not good at all.
Yeah, I need to get myself some pads.
There you go.
That's usually the way it works, Richard. That's usually the only way it works. You know what I thought I needed to do? I need to buy like a pool noodle and like cut it in half and then cut it open so I can put it over the top of the dumpster.
You can't carry around bags or a box. You're going to carry around cut up pool noodles.
It's an ingenious idea, is it not?
It's a good idea. But this is from the abstract diver who kind of, flies by the seat of her pants.
I had bags today.
Oh, you did?
Dumpster.
Oh, you found him at the dumpster? Oh my God.
They had to have had companies come in for advertising reasons and brought like nice bags and like other stuff like hand sanitizer and lotions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I got like Oreo tote bags that are like nice, and I got like some Ross bags that I think that came from Ross itself. Ross throws away in Kirkland's, we think we figured out.
Oh.
We found a couple Ross things in Kirkland's.
They would have to go an awfully far away to get over to Kirkland's.
I don't know, but there were a couple brand new items from Ross that were in Kirkland's.
Huh. That's weird.
Shingles. Ooh, shingles are no fun. Shingles are no fun.
Shingles are no fun at all.
When I climb in the dumpster to stomp trash down, I think of you guys. I like my pool noodle idea. Thank you very much.
It's a great idea. I just don't see you ever actually carrying them with you. That's all. Ingenious idea. $1 million marketing Shark Tank idea.
I just got to make it so it's more sturdy so it doesn't rip so easily and then market it for dumpster divers.
Absolutely.
The dumpster diver knee saver.
Yeah.
Or stomach saver.
And then you can make a dumpster diver butt fabric saver so that you don't tear your pants on the dumpster. So we'll have to find a way to protect your butt.
So you just got to buy chaps. Chaps, there you go.
Chaps don't have butts.
True. R5's chest would just crush the whole noodle to the dumpster. That's why we need more like stable option. Something that works a little bit better. But it's an ingenious idea. Dollar General did start throwing away their Christmas though.
Did they?
Yes.
Maybe I should hit that one. I've been trying. I'm trying really hard to restrain from. I mean,
if you get 500 candy canes again, I'll just put them in the pantry. They'll be gone in a day.
Oh, that's true. We have that outlet now.
The pantry, man, it's like a godsend. You get all this stuff, you put it in there, and I kid you not, by the next morning, it's bone dry, and they're waiting for more.
That's
the same person taking it all because their house is overflowing with food at this point.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
What isn't working? So I'm ripping the eyes on the knee. It's usually the knee. I hit like the corner of the dumpster with my pants, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, usually your knee until you're walking around Walmart with your ass cheek hanging out.
Or I don't even know how that happened. That was embarrassing, though. My hand had to be my cover. And it looked like I was very obsessed with my own ass.
Teach you to wear a longer coat, too. Or just
What
a
coat?
coat.
What coat?
I'm saying a coat.
My kid laughs at me. So I'm not ever cold when I'm outside. I wear a hoodie, I'm sweating, I'm hot. I get home, and in the heat, I'm like, there's a blanket, I'm cold. He's like, you're cold? Yeah, I'm chilled to the bone now.
Oh, jeez.
Christmas. You know how cold it was on Christmas.
Yes, it was brutal.
We were out there for almost 2 hours. 2 hours. I was out there. The boys and stuff were in the party bus, but I was out there for 2 hours with just my hoodie on.
I just have to say, I was out there. I was just in the party bus for you.
I wasn't cold the whole time we were there. I got home and it took me like 3 hours. I'm like, I need a hot bath because I'm chilled to the bone.
It's just crazy. That's just weird. That's like reverse body biology or something.
Once my body gets warm, it's like, you know, you were cold about 3 hours ago, right?
Yeah. Now I'm going to tell you.
That's what my body does. It's like, now you're warm.
Yeah.
Realize this, you're warm. Earlier, you were cold.
Yeah.
You just didn't feel it, you idiot.
I
Yeah,
tried
scrap it
to
together.
see it. Scrap it in. That sounds horrible. I tried to see if I could get a shingles vaccine, but I'm not old enough. And I'm like, it's hitting people who are like 35, 40 years old. The shingle vaccine should be for us, but I think you have to be over 50.
My sister got the chickenpox vaccine and in turn ended up with shingles.
Oh, that sucks.
And the doctor basically said because the chickenpox vaccine gives such a mild case,
Yeah.
you're more prone to shingles.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
I'm
shingles,
like,
I
so
hear.
why in the hell are we
First.
infecting ourselves against chickenpox?
Yeah.
I would rather have chickenpox any day than shingles.
Yeah. Because everybody I've talked to, they say shingles hurts. And it takes a long time to heal, like months.
Everyone I know that's had it, it sucked. My sister didn't seem to get it as bad as some, but she got it all down her throat.
Oh, that's gross.
What the doctor had basically said is with chickenpox, if you get a good enough case of chickenpox, you're not as prone to get shingles. Like,
But who remembers how good of a case you had of chickenpox when you were a kid?
I don't know.
I don't know. I had chickenpox. That's as much as I know.
I have no idea. I was supposed to go out there like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks. Like, it was the very end of this or middle of December. I was supposed to go out for an appointment, but because of COVID, I can't bring any of the other kids. And I leave my house at 5 a.m., which makes going to an appointment pretty much impossible because I have no outlet for my other kids. So that's on delay until I can kind of figure things out and pre-plan things, because when I made that appointment, that was like 7-8 months ago when we thought, COVID will be okay in about 8 months. We should be fine. They were starting to open back up. So we thought, hey, by then, they should be cool. No, they're not cool. They're worse.
No. Or if COVID hadn't been as bad, my kids would have been back in school and I could have watched your kids. But that didn't work.
I think I got it relatively decent, but yeah, I didn't get just one dot per face cheek, but I'm also one that I itch everything, so I probably itched like no other and probably created more than I had.
Did your kids ever have chickenpox? None of my kids ever had chickenpox. So is there a chickenpox vaccine now for like the young kids like that they get like in their?
Yeah, they do it when they go to school. Like your kids, I'm sure had it.
Because I know there's like measles.
Tim, what is up? Tim, what is up?
Hi, Tim.
Do I have your number? I don't even know if I have your number. I honestly don't. I don't save numbers. I'm going to be honest here. If you ever send me a number, the number doesn't get saved to my phone, and eventually I forget I have it because it's just not saved. I save it after about the 50th time. I think it took about 2 months of texting back and forth with Sue Ann before it was finally actually saved in my phone.
Wow.
I still haven't saved my mom's number after she changed it like a year ago.
Wow. So that's how far I am up on the list.
You got saved before my mom.
I guess that's good. Jeez. Well, you know what? You could get a hold of me, Richard Strelo, and I would save your number, and I might even put a picture with it.
You don't want to know what that picture might be. Fishing with Elion, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you.
We got a bunch of fishers in here.
Like I said, I'm bad at saving numbers. Part of the problem is my phone will go, "You're out of memory," and I'm like, "What can I delete?" So if I don't save the number, I don't have to delete anything. I'm backwards. Okay, I'm backwards.
I swear.
It's where I look at the photo, like, which one's my wrong number? I think that's it. Dwayne Watka, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you. Miss Scrapping the other sound asleep. Well, send her my love when she wakes up in the morning. Don't wake her up now. I don't know. I can't say there's not many numbers I know by heart because I don't know why I'm like, I got that kind of photographic memory. I remember addresses and phone numbers better than I remember names. I can usually.
Who the fuck do you think I'm going to give your phone number out to? Who the fuck do you think I'm going to give your phone number out to? The only person I talk to is sitting next to me.
But there's truth to that. There's truth to that. I'd say she talks to Bossy, but really that's usually me.
Yeah. No. Just Crystal. So I think you're pretty safe. That was just like you with the forget I sent you my address. Like, really? I already have it.
I've had this same number for about 10 years now. I don't change my number very often.
I've had the same number, for 25. As long as there has been cell phones, I've had the same number.
Bossy can have my number. I know that's what you'd say. Everyone would say that. I think every guy, like, even if they didn't know her, heard her voice once, they'd be like, she can have my number. That would be a nice wake-up call. I can't remember. Okay. I can't. I think I know NWI laughed at me on this one. When I got my clients for the mobile dog nails. The clients will message me and they'll say, it's so-and-so with this dog. And I'm like, refresh my memory.
Yeah, she has no idea.
It's so-and-so. Address? They'll say their address. I'm like, oh, you're so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Round dog, round spotted dog, little dog that bites me. Yeah, I know who you are. And they're like, I gave you my name like 4 times. I'm like, yeah, about that. I don't know your freaking name.
Nope, she doesn't. She ran out of gas on the way to a client's house. She calls me, bring me some gas. I said, what's the address where you are? So she tells me the address. So I put some gas in my gas tank. I go down to her. I hand her and she goes, I realize when I'm sitting here that I used to do their nails.
But I didn't go to her house and I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah. She's like, after I put the address in to tell you where I was, I realized I used to do their nails.
Yeah. And it's because my gas gauge doesn't work in my car, and for some reason it said I got like 100 miles before it was supposed to need gas. I don't know. I'm guessing the gas pump didn't actually work that day when I filled it up, because I fill it up every time, and I'm guessing the gas gauge didn't work. Crazy Ann might lurk. Crazy Ann always lurks, I'm sure of that. Metal Music Maniac, what is up? How you doing?
Hi,
Bossy.
Hi,
my
Bossy.
girl, what's up?
You just heard us talking about you.
She goes, my ears were ringing.
She's like, my little ears, they're talking about me.
She's like, damn you, R5. You're talking about Garge. Cindy, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, boss. That's exactly it. The boss. She's the boss.
Yeah, boss.
I don't. My Nightbot thingy. I was saying I would say NWI talks to you, but that's not really the case. It's me that talks to you because Richard was saying he was going to send his phone number, And he's like, boss, you can have my number. I'm like, of course she can. I think every man would say that.
Yeah.
Nathan Fishboy, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you. Lynn, what's up? How you doing? Great to see you.
Stein must have just ended his live stream, is what I'm guessing.
I'm going to say, did Sty end his live stream, or did he raid and everyone's just coming and saying, hey? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Just came in after watching something very interesting. This whole last, 12 months has been the episode of something very interesting.
Yeah.
I think this is really the best, I don't know, the worst, best movie ever that could be made because it would hold your interest for hours. I'm taking that didn't smell so good.
It's not bad, but it's pungent.
Thank you, Lynn.
It's Mexican soap. It's made in Mexico.
And not single. I don't have a crush. No, I'm fucking around with you. Jesus, Richard. Jesus.
Richard, are you on your period? Jesus.
Jesus.
Cheese and rights.
Going to be like that all this week. Absolutely love. Oh yeah, rub it in. Rub it in. We're like freezing over here. Trust me, it blew my body just when you thought it was over. It's not. I know. It's not. It's not. It's not. Are you guys back in lockdown, bossy? Why am I running? Aviation fan said that you guys are back in lockdown. Or he's back in lockdown. He's in Australia. So are you back in lockdown? I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm on my fucking period. Yeah, aren't we? Yeah, it's just men do too. Men
we
do
know
too.
You have a girlfriend. We know you don't love Bossy. You're safe. This is a safe space, Richard.
We screw around. Are you not used to that yet?
There's no sexual harassment in this space at all. Totally safe here.
I totally believe you on all those facial expressions there, Sue-Ann.
Yes. Lynn is from Montana. I want to go to Montana.
Montana is beautiful.
That's where I want
body is meant to be mind. Well, it could blow your body too.
Oh, so it didn't blow your body, it blew your mind.
It wasn't orgasmic, it was just mind blown.
No,
love you, Bossy.
We love you, Bossy.
She kept me company this morning when I went dumpster diving. I was messaging her and she's like, so when do you go diving? I'm like, I've already hit 4 dumpsters.
Bossy kept you company while you were dumpster diving this morning?
We were chatting back and forth on Twitter.
Aw, that's sweet.
I just messaged her. I'm like, good night, darling. She's like, I'm laying here watching TV. My cat's comfortable, too. Local page called Yarn Bar where you can buy yarn or buy hats.
We have a couple of places around here that are great for yarn. I used to do knitting, and some of the places, not like the Hobby Lobby and the Michaels, like the mom and pop yarn stores are incredible. Oh, I miss the knitting days, but I just don't have the attention span for it anymore.
I thought you guys were going to at least escape that shit this year. Like, we don't need to go back down that path, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I messaged saying I woke up at 4 a.m. I was already out. I was going out to the dumpsters, and she's like, so when you going to the dumpsters? I've already hit a couple dumpsters.
Crazy Ann's trying to challenge us.
How's she trying to challenge us?
She's doing an after party.
Oh, as she lurks.
Uh-huh.
You crazy lady.
She's crazy like a fox, I tell you. Crazy like a fox.
Yeah, mom and pop stuff is going to be hard for me to call back after all this crap. Too many of them have closed down in the last 6 months even. It's just
it's so true. So many businesses lost. So sad.
So TC sent me a picture of the dollhouse that we found in the dumpster the other day, all put together with her daughter standing next to it with a big old cheesy smile on her face.
Aww.
And I'm like, well, that makes it all worthwhile. She's like, I'm so appreciative. I'm like, I couldn't be mad about telling you could have that because your daughter's got the smile on her face like she got the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Richard, thank you.
That's so sweet.
Hallelujah.
Richard's making you rich. Make it rain for the Richard.
Richard's making you richer. Sad, I feel for them as if, yeah, the businesses I know, and I don't know how bad Australia got hit as far as businesses go because you guys have been kind of opened back up for a while. The United States really hasn't opened back up. Like it's still taking a hit since they opened back up, so it's been bad. I'm not doing that. I haven't done that in probably like 6 months. I'm trying to veer away from that. I'm trying to behave. I'm trying not to swear as much either.
So I just put that on for you tonight.
What?
The swearing.
Yeah.
Just for one night only, now that I know her new rules. I didn't know her new rules.
No, I'm still swearing. You know I'm not going to stop swearing. When I stop swearing, that'll be the day cows really do fly. When cows fly, I stop swearing. It's not going to happen anytime soon. You know how hard it is not to swear when I'm doing the dumpster diving videos? You know how hard it is?
I'm sure.
Like, I've had to edit chunks out because I'm like, whoa, we swore too much there. If you get caught dumpster diving, you'd get a $500 ticket. Yeah, by us, thankfully, there's not that problem. Richard, thank you.
There are some places, Lynn, that have statutes in their bylaws that say that if you were to get caught dumpster diving, that they could technically issue you a $500 ticket. But most of the time, Crystal and I have both found the cops just sit there and watch you and go, "What you doing? You get anything good?" Like,
so I was jumping out of the dumpster recently, and a cop was coming up, and I was yelling at my daughter to close the door because the door was open, and I'm like, that way the car could get by. And not realizing that it was a cop car at the moment, I jump out of the dumpster after I've been digging around, and it's kind of slowly creeping up. I jump out, and he creeps up all the way, and I'm like, "Oh, hi. How are you tonight?" And he goes, "You find anything good tonight?" I'm like, "Not so much yet." He's like, "So what do you normally find?" I started kind of telling him like some of the stuff. And he goes, "Maybe I need to try dumpster diving." I'm like, "Just don't come in my territory, okay?" Thank you, Richard.
We don't have an Apple. We have an Apple near us, but it's like 45 minutes away in a different state. So we don't really have to worry about that. But I'm sure that Apple would have like some kind of notice, like no trespassing or something like that on their dumpsters. We tried to abide by a dumpster diving code of ethics that if it says no trespassing, if it says, you will be fined, if it's locked, if it's behind gates, things like that, we don't mess with it. But I'm sure that Apple probably has a no trespassing sign. And then you would be more likely to get a ticket because you really are breaking a law that the cop can visually see. I mean, most cops, I doubt, know the dumpster diving bylaws in their town.
Yeah, a lot of cops honestly think it's kind of illegal when it's really not. Like, you kind of are like, we don't care if you're doing it, but you're not really supposed to be. And it's like, reread your laws.
Yeah.
So, 1000, how you doing? Great to see you. And Lynn, thank you. It's kind of funny, before the stream, I'm sitting here and NWI's like, what are you doing? Did you go, like, what do you do? I'm fixing the frizz.
She was picking knots out of her hair.
Fixing the frizz. And Bossy's laughing because she's like, yeah, R5 not swearing. I don't think we'll ever see that day.
And Cynthia's ears were burning. Hi, Cynthia.
Cynthia, how you doing, darling? still need.
We were
I
talking
need to
about
go over to
dumpster
that.
diving.
I still need to go over to your new channel, and I'm not blowing it off. I just keep forgetting.
Oh, is it up?
Yeah, I think so.
Is the new channel up, Cynthia?
I think so.
I've been listening to audiobooks, so I've been completely off YouTube.
I've been on YouTube, but not. There's $5 for the streams I miss. You know you don't have to pay for entry. Am I that cheap of a club? The dollar cheap.
That's pretty funny.
I'm cheap, girl.
Yes,
Damn.
okay, it is up. Oh, and it's BRYDEN. Hi, BRYDEN.
Brayden Seaton, what's up? How you doing?
Do
Great
you
to
want
see
to
you.
tell us the name of your new channel?
Yeah, you can put it in the chat. Like, granted, they won't let you put links. Well, they might let you put links. They might.
Because then I can look it up.
$5 maker. How? Yeah, he gave me $5 to make up for the mystery, so I'm really cheap.
He was just trying to get you to shake your tatas.
Come on, damn it! There's $2. $2.
She got
You
new
can do
bras.
this.
She can't shake them anymore. Cooking. I was right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cooking show. I was right. Woohoo!
Get with DWP.
All right.
I'm not doing no choo-choo. We gotta get Gil over here to go. Whee!
There you go.
I need a 2021 Wii.
Cooking with.
I know she's over here looking up cooking with DWP, and I'm now I gotta look too. I gotta look too.
Are
Yeah.
you in a red shirt in your profile? Is
At
that
least
you?
wave your hand.
Is that you?
Do you not know what Cynthia looks like?
It's a tiny little picture I'm trying to see. I had to get on her actual page. And then I got to ring the bell. She's in like what it looks like an actual chef's coat.
Yes, it's like a red something. That's definitely holy
looks
crap!
like a red chef's coat.
Man, girl, you're getting some good views on those videos already. You're getting some good views for a brand new channel.
Yeah.
You looking pretty.
Good job, Cynthia. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
I am a chef. I know she's a chef, and she cooks with the dumpster goods. You scored 50 bras at Dollar General?
Wow.
That's a nice score. That's a nice score.
And they make good, like, child-friendly bras.
I said we. You haven't been on the channel, I don't think, that long in general. We is kind of an inside joke of the channel. It's here. Let's see.
I was gonna do.
That's the Gil does the we, and he's shirtless in that picture, and he runs and does we. Well, I say we when he does it because that's what it reminds me of. So, are they like sports bras or regular bras that you found?
Wired, underwired, sports bra.
Because if they're sports bras, like extra large sports bras, and you're willing to like sell a couple for a good price, I might buy some from you for my daughter because she needs some more, and I hate spending $10 per bra.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
So yeah, we can talk.
We could lessen your inventory quite quickly.
Regular bras. See, she doesn't like those kinds. She likes sports bras.
I got Kendall wearing regular bras, but with no underwire. So I got her out of the sports bras. But she's not doing underwire still. Yeah,
my daughter doesn't like. Well, she doesn't like them. I can get the Gil going wee. Give me 2 seconds. I can get Gil doing the wee.
I'm going to turn off my mic so I can pack my smokes.
She wants it to not sound like other things. I can get Gil going wee because I've got it like cut down into its own little thing because it's just hilarious. It's the best thing ever. To women, I think men are like, oh god, then again. Some men laugh. Let's see. I'm trying to find it, and of course, I think it's laughter.
Of this solstice. Have I been wrong all this time, and you're a girl?
Yes.
I've been wrong all the time. My sincerest apologies. I don't know why. I presumed you were a boy.
I think I originally did myself. I think I might have originally myself thought the same thing, and then I kind of realized I was wrong. Why can't I find it? There we go.
Well, it's nice to meet you, girl. Tales of the Solstice. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're always hanging around with the boys over at Gills. Maybe that's why I assumed. Because I think that's where I met you.
Yeah, that's I think where I initially obviously met too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've assumed things so many times, and yeah.
Yeah.
I've made a fool of myself a few times.
It's all right.
Okay, here we go. Now hold up. I know I've got to go down here, is it? If I can figure this all out. I'm trying to remember how you do the stupid See, I don't have Okay, I just won't mute myself because then I'll play. Yeah. Okay. There.
You really did it for you. Oh, well, you just completely made her night right there.
Whee! Never gets old.
It never does.
It never gets old.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, everything to follow was hilarious with it.
Yeah.
It just never gets old.
He's like pulling the shirt up. He's like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh. See what you do to me, crazy ass. I don't smoke, but I need a cigarette. Oh my God! What did I just see?
Where the hell is Tom Andrews?
Oh yeah.
Hey, did you just see what he just did? Oh, Dick. Crazy man.
Every time I listen to that again.
Just does this to me. Again. Sorry. Crazy Ann was happy with that. I hope it was worth it. John's life is crying. Some people want to burn their eyes out. I'm sorry if anyone got emotionally scarred by what just occurred. Hey! Crazy Ann got her money's worth.
Hi, Gil's Gil.
Gil's not on the panel.
I don't know. Oh.
Oh God, that whole thing was so funny.
Well, and it literally was the talk of the town for the next 3 months. Every time I went into a panel, they're like, and Gil's is this wee thing on R5's channel. And that's what it was referred to as the wee thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been Wee since like day one. Like that was the name for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he ran like an inflatable tube guy. I don't know. I didn't expect what he did. I like didn't expect it.
The whole thing was just so out of character, but hysterical.
Yeah, I think he may have had a couple drinks that night. Because it was completely not like him, and we cannot get him to do it since.
No.
We've tried. We're like,
Yeah.
come on, why don't you do Wii again? And he's like, nope. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We're like, come on, we're on your channel. You don't even have to do it on mine. He's like,
Yeah. No.
So I have a feeling he might have had a couple drinks that night.
Yeah.
It was pretty priceless.
It was hysterical.
Are you smoking Marble special blend?
No, I do Marlboro Silver 100s. They used to be called ultralights. That's how long I've been smoking. But no, Marlboro Silver.
He did do one with his shirt on, but it was not near as energetic, nor as funny, nor just it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. It would be like me eating a Twinkie normal now. It's not the same.
She's got a point. She does have a point there. I'm not going to deny that.
If I just ate a Twinkie like a normal person, like everyone would be like, "This is no fun."
Yeah.
You lost the Twinkie charm. I've only ate those 2 Twinkies since the eating competition, though.
Really?
They lost their charm after the
They
eating
scarred
competition.
you, didn't they? That's bad.
They were so greasy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they're so greasy until you have 10 in a row.
No, I pretty much realized they're greasy after the second one.
I never realized they were that greasy until I had 10 in a row.
Well, now you know. So don't eat 10 of them again. That's not good.
I barely ate 2.
Yeah.
And I only ate those 2 because I found new ones and they were like mixed berry. And I'm like, I've never had mixed berry ones.
Huh.
I don't know if I liked them. They were a little strange.
What they would taste like.
It kind of reminded me of like yogurt, not yogurt, like kind of like a yogurt type mixture inside instead of like cream. Oh, it was a little weird. It was a little weird.
Okay.
It was a little weird.
It still have the yellow cake on the outside?
Yes. See, that's why I said it's the one bite, Lynn. I eat my Twinkies in one bite. So if you were just eating it with bites and they said that, then they haven't seen me eat one. I really would
wonder.
The screenshot floating around in people's libraries.
Yeah. She's definitely the one bite wonder.
Even funnier though is when Gil tried to shove, I think, 2 down his throat at the same time. Man, he made one big mess.
I think I missed that one.
I think that was a Crazy Ed production as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now we should have been tuned into Crazy Ed's live stream when I replayed the Wii, because we would know if she was watching at that point.
That's true.
Because if she was watching, she'd burst up laughing, and she was probably laughing for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twinkies don't have the same charm after that whole eating competition.
Oh no, she's got a whole panel on everybody.
That doesn't mean she's not doing multi things.
That's true. She is one of those.
She'll be on Phil's panel and she'll be in my stream talking.
Yeah.
She used to have her own stream, and while she was on her stream, she'd be modding an NBA stream.
Oh.
And she would be actively dropping links and modding.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, she's talented with that stuff. I got a piece of hair, like in my eye.
Stuck in your glasses.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is because it's driving me up the wall because I can't seem to find it. Maybe.
It's the shape of the Twinkie. Because the cream never comes out the other end, but it's the shape of the Twinkie.
The shape of the Twinkie definitely
It's a very phallic shape.
it plays the role, but I think the cream being in the center of it also has a little bit of a play as well.
Yeah. But you never see the cream with you because the whole goddamn thing fits in your mouth. Crystal had me try it once. We were alone. We were not on a stream. She said, see if you can do it. And I took it and I put it in my mouth and like I still had like that much sticking out. I was like, nope, it's not going to work for me.
Nope, I can't do it.
No. Can't be part of the club.
I think she does have a pretty good PC, but she'll do that. She'll be like doing 3 things at once. I've had them. They're nasty. They don't even taste like banana. They're nasty.
I saw
They're
some
not
that
okay.
said Big Lots, and I was like, oh, I don't even want to try that.
I tried it because I'm like, oh, that kind of sounds. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also don't like the 4th of July ones. Like, you think that they wouldn't taste any different because honestly, like, funfetti doesn't change the flavor, but it's drier.
Yeah. If they had a lemon one, I would try it.
And I don't really care for the chocolate ones.
Those are dry.
The chocolate well, part of the problem was you had a chocolate peanut butter one, which just adds to the dryness.
Yeah.
But the chocolate itself doesn't taste like chocolate. But then again, I ate the ass chocolate, and that doesn't taste like chocolate either.
Yeah.
But
Lynn, it's about 34 here too. Crystal and I, if you don't know, we live like 10 minutes from each other. So it's about 34 where we are too. We're in Northwest Indiana. So it's about 34 outside too. And I'm in my garage. But in my garage, it's 47.
She loves me. She loves me.
I love her. I sit out in my garage in the middle of the night and talk to strangers for my love of Crystal.
She loves me.
I do.
She messaged me before I started the live. She goes, "So are you going live tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me about 5 minutes." She's like, "You suck."
Yeah. Because last live stream was supposed to be an hour, and it turned out to go until 4:30 a.m. And that just wasn't good.
It was a very long stream.
It was fun.
Okay, well, we had Aussie come in and play the joke on Sam, and Sam was drinking. Oh my God, it was just great. It was a great stream.
It was so funny.
It was a stream of the past. We had me, NWI, and Nikki up on panel, which we haven't had that in forever. Then we had Gil join us for a while, and then we had Sam join us.
Yeah.
And then eventually, as Sam was drinking, Aussie joined us, and Aussie played one over on Sam, and I knew he was going to, but I didn't think she would fall for it. And oh, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, it was funny. And what's really funny is I had gone inside shortly after that, so I just turned off my iPad and went to bed. Next time that we were going to do a live stream was the next time I opened up my iPad. And it was right at the part where we figured out that Sam thought he was real.
Well, that's why you remembered it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, that is so funny.
Because I went to call you the next day, but you slept like all day. Because I'm like, you told me to call you the next day and to remind you to go back to that timestamp.
Yeah.
Because you weren't going to remember it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remembered it because that was just too freaking funny not to remember.
She remembers the nitty gritty.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm doing good, Brayden. How are you doing?
I'm good, Brayden. How are you?
How's school going and all that nastiness? It's going to snow in 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't think we have snow in the forecast right now. We were supposed to get like snow like 5 days last week, and I think we got it one day, and then we got like freezing rain one day, and then nothing.
Yeah. We're supposed to be dry until the end of next week.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm really cool with that, honestly.
Yeah. Dry but getting colder. And then
I'm cool with
after
that too.
mid-January, we're supposed to get some more activity snow-wise.
So I called up NIPSCO and talked to him because I have a credit of like $400 right now.
Wow.
I'm like,
you're on a budget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you guys like massively increased my bill, and my bill is the same as it's been in previous years.
Yeah.
So is there something you can do to fix this? Because I don't want to keep paying you guys, and I'm over here with a $400 credit.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we can fix that, and they put me on back down to what I used to pay, and I don't have to pay this month because I got the credit, and I probably won't have to pay next month.
Nice. Good job.
I'm like, this is ridiculous. A $400 credit is a bit much.
Yeah.
And that was without paying this month. So I would have had like a $600 credit.
Yeah. And how long were they going to let that ride in their bank account gaining interest?
Until June. And then they would have given me the credit. I wouldn't have had to pay the bill for a couple months because I wasn't going to use it.
Yeah. But meanwhile, they're gaining money on it.
Good night, Richard.
Their bank account.
Yeah, I'm like, because they're like, at first, like, oh, you just got off the budget plan. Like, I don't get off the budget plan because that's the moment that you guys will send me this fake bill that's $400.
Good night, Richard. Good
I've learned my lesson.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bug beds bite.
The bug beds?
Sleep.
Man, I don't want the beds the beds that you come up across, man. Bug beds?
Bite.
We got some bug beds going around now.
Bug beds. I'm like, it didn't sound right, but whatever. That was my lullaby for Richard. Good night, Richard.
Good night, Richard. But yeah, hopefully your bell works now because I haven't completely abandoned going live, and I'm really, really, really actively working on something which will turn this channel into just a live stream channel. Kind of already is that way. And at that point, I probably will have more live streams.
Ooh. And tomorrow, Richard, when you wake up and you have 75 phone calls from people that you don't know, it was me.
No bug beds.
No bug beds.
Don't let the frostbite bite and Frozen. Yeah. Don't let the frostbite bite.
I know it didn't. I knew it didn't sound right, but I'm like, it's not making sense.
Yeah, we're working on a couple things, a couple changes. We're transferring videos over to a different channel, trying to fix some stuff with the algorithm. Kind of like Gil said with his, but unlike how he went over and made a whole new channel for live streams to separate off content channel, this channel videos just are blah as far as performance goes. They're doing better on a channel with 20 subscribers. So we're gonna do it that way instead because I don't think we're gonna fix the nightmare over here with the content.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting about 20, 30, 40 views over on the other channel on the videos going up when I'm lucky to get 30 views on a video going up on this channel.
Wow. That really tanked.
Yeah. It's discouraging as hell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If I watch the news tomorrow and see bug beds, I'm blaming YouTube. I don't know. I don't know where they're getting this news stories from. They're like coming out of like Jumanji and all this other stuff. So who knows where the next one's gonna come from?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to create bug beds.
I'm waiting for like the day like I see an elephant run down the street. I'm like, yep, it is definitely Jumanji.
It happened in Crown Point 10 years ago.
Yes, it did.
They had the Shriners Parade. And they had the elephants.
Yeah, well, they can't return because this year would be the year that the elephants would be running down the street again.
Yeah. It was cool, though, because I worked that parade, and I was just sitting on the back of a truck was doing traffic. And so I just got to sit on the back of a pickup truck and watch these freaking elephants walk down Main Street. It was so cool.
You're like, we're in Africa.
It was so neat. That was probably
Yeah.
one of the best parades ever.
The unplanned, not supposed to happen parade right there of the elephants going down the street.
Yeah. No, this was planned.
Just not that way.
No, it was planned that way.
Didn't we had one get loose, didn't we once?
There was one that got loose, but there was one random that got loose, but I think that was from like Michigan City, their zoo.
Yeah, so there's one that got loose.
Yeah. No, this was actually a planned parade. A Shriners parade for some reason. It wasn't a holiday. It was just a Shriners parade. I just do a little test to see if something wrong in the chat. That's all.
You're like, no one's talking.
Yeah.
I want to know where Tomo is. Tomo just kind of vanishes.
He hasn't been in it at all, has he?
No, he has not.
Rude.
I got a bone to pick.
Rude. Yes,
How
prayers to
rude.
Capitol Hill, Lynn, certainly.
Yeah,
What happened there was
prayers
just
to
insanity.
the whole damn country, man.
Absolute anarchy.
We're living in some times of complete assery, I think.
Yeah.
Just assery.
Assery. Sure. We'll make it.
It's my word.
It's okay.
It's my word.
I got bug beds.
Assery makes
Girls
sense.
go to bed in your bug beds, and they're like, "Mommy, it's too small." And I'm like, "Put your little tiny head on it. That's all that can fit on your little bug bed."
Oh, that's where Gene is. He was busy with his mama.
Oh.
He did respond. I'm busy with mom. I'll be late.
Oh.
I'm probably
Tails, that is very, and I'm okay with that. Darwin always gets it done sooner or later, and I'm okay with that.
I think the world prepared us for hell a long time ago, because it's been kind of messed up for a long time.
I saw a couple of memes today that said 2020 said to 2021, "Here, hold my beer." Like, watch me.
Or 2021 said it to 2020, and I'm thinking that we're 7 days in, and what the hell, man? What the hell?
Did I have it backwards? I did.
Yeah.
I had it backwards. That's what you get when Swan takes her meds.
I love you.
Things don't come out quite right.
Hey, tell the truth. You bought this that's supposed to remove spray paint because it's also supposed to remove smells, so you can clean the husband's clothes.
No. No, I watched a girl on TikTok, plus size dumpster diver, I think is her name. Excuse me. And she got the idea from Dumpster Diving Mama to use the soap. These are the biggest bars of soap I've ever seen. This is my hand, and this is the size of the bar of soap.
This is my hand. We knew that.
Yeah, that's the size of the bar of soap. So what the women in Mexico do, they still use this a lot on like the boards when they're scrubbing shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those boards. Okay. And then you can also you can make this into like liquid soap, and you can shave it and make it into powdered. You can do all kinds of stuff. But no, I got it because this lady had towels that she had gotten from Bed Bath & Beyond that had the red spray paint, and she was in her kitchen sink and she scrubbed the towel with the giant bar of soap, and excuse me, the red spray paint came out. And I thought, well, I got this comforter sitting here. I want to try it on that. So
when I saw the comforter still out in the garage, I'm like, I wonder if she's ever gonna use that.
no, I had a plan. I was just waiting to get my Mexican soap. It smells like citronella. That's what it is. It smells like citronella.
Does she like that blanket when she saw it?
Yeah. Yeah. She did. Because it's much more neutral than what she's got going on in there. She's still got, she's got the stuff that her dad got her, which is Star Wars. And then she's got, stuff from when she was 5. And it's pink and it's
like this one makes me feel like a bigger girl finally. Thank you.
Yeah. She's like, that's just not my vibe anymore, Ma. So, So yeah, but yeah, it smells exactly like citronella, and they said you can use it actually for bug repellent. So
yeah, like I said, it's a nice blanket, and it's a high quality blanket.
Yeah. No, I just want to practice on it because that's the only thing that I have that's fabric that has the spray paint on it right now.
Yeah. So. And you don't really want to try it after it's been washed because then it's kind of set in.
Yeah. So I just figured tomorrow I will bend myself over the bathtub and try to scrub it out. If I can move it all. Because I spent 2 hours a day cleaning Kendall's room, doing Kendall's laundry, starting to declutter the kitchen dining room area because we have a new set of furniture going in that area. So
good night, Lynn. Good night, Braden.
Good night, guys.
I'm probably not staying live much longer because I'm not exactly fully awake. Plus, everyone's going to bed.
Are you tired? Are you tired?
Not at all. Yes, I woke up at 3 a.m. Okay, I'm tired.
Oh.
I woke up at 4 a.m. I was out of my house by 4:30 a.m.
Oh my gosh. I took Kendall to school, came home, and just started working around the house.
How is school going for her so far?
So we got an email that she has like a D in English or something like that. She's still failing math, but she's got a D in English. So I went and I looked on Skyward, which is where their grades are. And the only assignment that's been graded since she has technically been in school, she got like an A- on. So I'm like, Kendall, we're going in the right direction. And she's like, but I'm failing. I said, but this is, we're going to be talking before you went to school and after you went to school.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk anymore about what happened before you went to school. Now, all of your attendance is fine. You don't have any undue assignments or assignments that aren't done. I said, and the one thing that was graded, you got an A- on.
Yeah.
So then I said to Kylie, I said, your ass is getting sent back to school too. I'm calling that lady tomorrow.
What, is she having trouble too with getting things done?
Oh, yeah. She's doing better with the medication. She's got more focus, but she's still, I know, not getting everything done. No. So, yeah, I think I have a chance to send her back too, and might as well take advantage of it. Although every time I bring it up, she's like, please do not. And I'm like, drama isn't going to work here, girl.
You're like, it's almost been a full year of you being here, driving me up the wall, not doing what you're supposed to do, and failing out of school.
Yeah.
It's time for you to go back to school.
Yeah. And January 19th, they might be going back to school. I don't know. So they might be going all back to school anyway. That was our kind of next see-by date to see if there was a post-holiday surge. So the 19th, they'll make a decision on whether or not the kids can go back.
What's up? What's up?
Hi, Cosma.
My mom's
Did
been doing
Brandon
my
really
naughty walk.
say, well, I'm waiting to go have fun, guys? Oh, no, he said, I'm going to go have fun, guys.
He's going to go have fun.
Comma, have fun, guys. Okay. I'm like, really? Where is he going at almost midnight to have
be
fun?
it. Or to play a video game.
Hi, Cosmo.
Not bad, Cosmo, not bad. We're surviving. We're still here.
Not even log into our classes?
Yeah, that's crazy, Solstice.
Well, that's why my one kid is going to school, because we got a call from the truancy officer. Because she just shit the bed for the 2 weeks before Christmas and decided she wasn't going to anything. And so she shit the bed, and the truancy officer called and said, we need your kid to come to school. And I went, really? She can? All right. I was like, well, bring her in right now.
You're like, I wanted her to come back to school, so okay.
I know. The only thing I should have asked about was if I could have gotten her bus service. Then I wouldn't have to drive her there every morning. Then I would have my life back. Like, the kids just leave, go to the bus stop, and I go back to bed.
Why doesn't she have the bus?
They only have bus service set up for the kids that have been going since the beginning of the school year. Like these kids that they just recently added on.
Are there not kids on your block that are getting on the bus?
No.
Oh.
No, she's the only kid that's in our neighborhood that's doing this. There's only 15 kids in the whole school.
Okay.
Yeah. So no bus service yet. But there will be if they all go back.
So here's...
Yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm thinking I wasn't going to go live too late. Oh, no, it's not that small of a school. There's just 15 kids that went back because of how they're doing things.
Yeah, there's only not all the kids are going back. They're the kids that are there. It's basically like detention. They're the kids that were not doing well being at home. Like I said, it was more like a truancy thing. Like they weren't going to classes. They were failing. So yeah, there's only 15 kids that are in the whole school out of 800 kids. There's
Scully,
usually,
what's up? No, but yeah, that's hopefully that you get the bus services back and everything else, because that was always a pain when Landon used to go to when he went to special ed in Crown Point when they switched over to the Winfield schools.
Yeah.
For his grade.
Mm-hmm.
That sucked because we lived in Cedar Lake. And I kid you not, his school day would end at 2:30, and he would get home at 5:30.
Yeah, that's
on the
ridiculous.
And I fought with them. I'm like, reasonable transportation within guidelines of all the other students. This isn't within those guidelines. They're not on the bus for 3 hours.
No.
I'm like, they're on the bus for maybe an hour, maybe.
Yeah. And for a special ed kid, that's
well, he just he was wetting his pants on the way home because he had to pee.
Yeah.
And he was falling asleep on the bus and then coming home completely exhausted and disorientated, and it was just not working. And then he was getting picked up in the morning at 6 in the morning to go to school because.
And they didn't start till 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's spending 6 hours a day on a bus.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. His day starts at 6. He doesn't wake up well to begin with.
Yeah.
And then he's on the bus or he's in school and then he's on the bus till 5:30 at night. He's almost at school for a full 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then he's so tired when he gets home. He's barely eating dinner. He's going straight to bed. Yeah. It was screwing us up when my daughter, she did softball, and it's she had to be at a game and he wasn't even home.
Yeah.
So I contacted the school and I fought with them for quite some time.
Yeah.
It took about 2 weeks of fighting. And I'm like, no, something needs to be done. They're like, well, you can drive him to school. I'm like, I don't have the money to drive him 30 minutes to and from every single day. I just don't. I
Yeah.
was poor as hell back then. Really,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't have the money to be doing that. He gets the bus service through the school as it is. And finally, I found out if you have to drive your special ed student to school, as long as you got it all in their IEP,
Yeah.
the school has to pay you.
Oh.
They have to pay you mileage.
Oh. Which is like 38 cents a mile.
It came out to, I want to say, because they usually paid once, I think they paid once a week or once every 2 weeks. And it came out to, I want to say, about $500 a month.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah. So after fighting with them for a while, they ended up doing all that, and I ended up having to be his personal chauffeur, which is all great and dandy, but that meant I basically couldn't make plans because it was by the time I would drop him off, get him to school, get back home, I only had so many hours before I had to go back out there and pick him up again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a headache. It was like, this isn't fun. Like,
Yeah. No.
Guy McLean, how you doing?
Hi,
Great
Sky.
stuff.
Well, Kendall tried to pull a fast one on me yesterday, I think it was. I had turned off my alarm the day before because I was already up, and I forgot to turn it back on.
Yeah.
And I wake up at 8 o'clock to Kylie standing over me going, Mom, you have to take Kendall to school. And I'm like, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Well, that's what time she's supposed to fucking be at school. And Kendall was up. She was dressed. Kylie had the dogs in her room and she was trying to get the dogs out of her room. And Kendall's like, shh, don't wake up Mom. And I'm like, that's not cool, Kendall. That's not how it works. Well, I can just stay home. I said, you lost the right to stay home when you decided you were going to shit the bed and not go to school.
Hardens James, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, Hardens.
Hanging out at work again? Yeah, see, my son, he was on a special ed bus as well, and they picked him up in front of the house, but it was just
far away.
Ridiculous the amount of time they had him on the bus. And part of it, yes, the school that they were going to is a good 30 to 40 minutes away from our house. So yeah, it's a decent drive to begin with. But then because they had to pick up all these other students, and it was going between, because like Crown Point school system,
that's on the opposite side of the county.
It's technically like 3 different towns that all coincide with the Crown Point school system. Mm-hmm. So they're picking up students from 3 different towns on the special ed bus. And it just so happened my son was the first one to get picked up and the last one to get dropped off.
That had to have been horrible for him. That breaks my heart.
Like, it only lasted, like, I think that was like a week of them doing that. At first, I'm like, it's new. It's going to take a little bit more time. Like, I got to give it a little bit of time because any bus is always off. Yeah. So I'm like, it usually takes a little bit of time. But then when it was like a weekend and they were still not showing up in any like decent time, I'm like, nah, this isn't going to work. So I drove him before I dealt with everything with the school for about 2 weeks before we got everything situated in his IEP and got it all set up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You got sick, Hardens? Are you feeling better?
Are you feeling better?
Did you have the COVID? I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, Solstice, yeah. Crown Point isn't that bad as far as the rural towns thing, but it's just there's 3 different towns that all go there, and like Winfield, the one where the school was, is like complete country, and Crown Point and Cedar Lake aren't really country, but Winfield, like there's not like there's distance between all the houses and stuff. Like this isn't. Yeah. So it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it's a special education co-op. So it was several different schools using one special education system.
Well, sorry to hear that, James. Hope you're feeling better.
Oh. Yeah, really sorry to hear that, hon.
But no, I'm glad I figured all that out because I was like, I can't be letting him sit on a bus for that long. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah. Right now, it's not bad because I just drive over there. I'm the first person to be in line to pick her up. there's, 4 cars and then there's 3 buses that are picking kids up. But once it goes back to the whole school, I don't want to be driving and sitting in a line for, an hour to pick my kid up and then having to try to make it over to pick the other kid up at her school where I have to cross train tracks to get to her school. And that train is notorious for stopping in the middle of the tracks. So that's not going to work.
I've never liked night shift. I did night shift. I got really good at sleeping with my eyes open. I also got really good at sleeping when I did stuff. I worked in a nursing home. This is a really bad thing, but I legitimately one night, I passed ice, and you work in a nursing home, so you know what I'm saying when I say this. I passed ice, and I froze. Am I unfroze? I don't know. I went back. Oh, I am froze. What the hell? There. Am I unfroze now? I don't know.
Yeah, you're not froze.
I went back around though when I was changing everyone, and I'm picking up the briefs that I had set out for the night, and ice cubes fell out of the briefs. I didn't put the ice in the cups. I put them in the briefs. Yeah, I literally passed ice to the briefs to like 40 residents. It was, I went back to the front, and I grabbed the cart, and she's like, "Didn't you just pass ice?" I'm like, "About that." Hey, Greg, because he was working on the other side. I'm like, "Did you have like wet briefs on the table or ice cubes?" And he's like, "All my briefs were wet." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was, and I know I had to sleep in doing that. There's no way I did that awake. And then another night I was charting, and I'm charting on the electronic thing, and I'm charting away, and I'm like, "Elizabeth, wet one time. Elizabeth, one time. Elizabeth, wet one time." I looked back at the vlog, and I finally shook myself fully awake, and I think I said that she had peed 30 times in a matter of 10 minutes. Yeah. And I did that more than once, and I
see a doctor.
I sleepwalk. I found that out. And I can talk and have conversations while I sleepwalk. And I can do a job while I sleepwalk as well. It's just not done 100% correct.
Yeah. I'm asleep right now. I just look good.
It's just like and the thing is though, like when I fall asleep, if I'm sitting up and I fall asleep, I do snore. But I'll hear everything you're saying around me, so I'm like fully there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, "Wake up!" And I'm like, "I've been awake this whole time. You were talking about this, this, and this, and then you were snoring." I'm like, "I was awake." Mike yells at me all the time. He'll be like, "You're snoring again." I'm like, "I'm awake." He's like, "You're snoring though." I'm like, "I'm awake."
Yeah. I swear I know what just happened.
I don't sleepwalk anymore that I know of, but I know I sleptwalked then. But I think that was just because I was so exhausted. When I worked midnights, my youngest was 3 months old. He hated Mike. We'll just put it that way. He was not a big fan of Dad when he was a baby.
I'll be right back.
He was a breastfeeding when I was to eat. And so I basically slept when he slept. So when I got done working, I only got so many hours of sleep, and then I had to go back again. And I was tired. I realized the 30-minute power nap is amazing.
Is that how you get through?
Like they used to put me up on second floor, which second floor I was solo up there. There was no one else up there. And it was all like the people that had come out of surgeries or whatever, where they're more or less independent. They could go to the bathroom on their own for the most part. There were sometimes up there that needed help.
Yeah.
And like they'd hit the button so the alarm would go off, so I'd hear that, so that would wake me up. So I'd fall asleep up there all the time, and thank God the one lady was a therapist, and she always came up at like 6 a.m. and that's when people were starting to come in the morning.
Yeah.
So she'd come up and she'd be like, "Hey, Crystal." I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Wake up." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Did anything happen last night?" "Nah, I slept." It was great.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have patients laying in the halls, trying to get to their toilets. They're crawling.
Well, like on that floor, they were usually pretty coherent. They knew what they were doing. They were pretty good. So like if they needed help, they'd hit the call button.
Yeah. Would that wake
and then
you
you'd
up?
have. Yeah, it didn't make a lot of noise, but and I'm like, oh, okay.
At least it woke you up if they needed you.
At least I never woke up to anything really strange up there, so we're all good.
Yeah.
That little nursing home was known for some crazy things.
Was it around here or is it in Illinois?
In Lowell, Indiana. It used to be a school. Good night, Scully.
Good night, Scully.
16 hours, lucky you. No, it used to be a school that I think caught fire or something.
Yeah.
And kids obviously passed in it, and there was like a couple rooms that like one of them, like the guy had all kinds of ball caps, and he had them hanging on his wall in his room, and like you'd walk in there sometimes and the ball caps would be like getting flung all over the room. It's like,
creepy.
Hi, bye. Enjoy your ball caps.
Yeah. That's creepy.
See, that's a plus, guy. I liked when they were independent. And then there was another one where like it was like, and the lady was on a low bed because it was a fall risk. And she kept waking up and then like hitting the like trying to get out of bed. So the alarm kept going off for the bed pad that she had. And we go in there and she'd be like, "That girl keeps taking my blankets off me." And like, we obviously didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But every time we'd go in there, her blankets were like bunched up, like someone had like bunched them and not just like pulled off, but they're like bunched up at her feet.
Creepy.
And it happened like all night long. Well, in the morning when we go to get her out, a bed pad, it's just like basically a heating pad, like basically that size, but it's an alarm sensor to it. So when the weight is off of it, it goes off.
Yeah. Kendall used to have a bedwetting alarm like that.
And then the next morning we're getting her up and she goes, "Who's that girl with you?" And I'm like, "What girl?" "That one standing right behind you." "There's no one there." "Yeah, there is." "Let's get you done so we can leave the room, please." Let's hurry up.
God.
That place had some stuff.
That's messed up. That's really messed up.
And we had the man in black walk by us the one time, and that was one too many times.
Yeah.
That was something I could do without ever seeing again.
Yeah.
But no, it had some interesting things.
Did you guys have a cat that would tell you when people were going to die?
We didn't have any animals in there, but like I said, the man in black, like
you just had the man in black.
We were on second story, or no, third story. It was third story where they're like I would go up. Second story we're on, and we had one resident that we knew was probably not gonna make it through the night because she was pretty bad. And we were all just sitting there. We heard the back door close, and we're like, no one should be going up the back door. Why is that closing? Like, we heard the slam. So we went to go investigate to make sure like a resident wasn't messing with the door or whatever. And it was like me, the other CNA, and the male nurse. And he was ahead of us. And he gets down there and he's like pretty much to where that door would have been because he had went around the corner. And all of a sudden he comes sprinting back, like full speed ahead, like petrified looking. He's like, "Go, go, 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 go." And it's like, "What?" He goes, "That was the scariest shit I've ever seen." And she's like, "I don't even know." Well, about 2 hours later, we're all sitting at the desk, and we saw this shadow go by us. And, like, when it went by, every bit of hair on your arms just stood up. Like, it felt like the worst chill ever. It was like, that thing doesn't seem right.
Oh my God.
And it's like not too long after we saw that, that's like she passed away, I want to say within 30 minutes of seeing it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I never saw past residents walk the halls, and I only saw that man in black the one time, and it was very unsettling. Because it was like the coldest, it was almost like going into an ice box. Like it was just like this massively cold chill that just hits you, and it was like, ooh, this ain't good.
Yeah. That's
And that's what he said when like once that happened, he was like, that's what I saw by that door. And like it just, oh my God, like I've never seen a man run like that, and like he was just petrified.
That's
like
terrifying.
That was not okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
it's like Dr. Sleep with the cat. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think they're demons. I think they're friendly ghosts.
I don't think it's a demon. The man in black, like if you talk to most people at nursing homes, a lot of people at nursing homes, like Sky said, has seen the man in black, and almost everyone has the same kind of account. Like it's just an eerie chill. Like it's just because it's like a faceless black shadow that goes by, and like you feel like it's burning through you, but it's also just a cold, airy chill. Like just freaks you out.
It's just death coming to get who's next.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. It's just it freaks you out.
Yeah, I'd piss my pants.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
CCB, what's up?
Oh, you missed your boy, CCB. You missed your boy.
Oh, that's Reaper. We all call him the Man in Black. That's just what he's so lovingly known as, the Man in Black. For a random room, that resident was recently passed in. Yeah, a couple times, yeah. We usually had new people in the rooms almost instantly after one would pass, but yeah, we've had like alarms or stuff we would have go off when we knew there was no one in there with an alarm, or like the call light go off when we knew that they weren't in there, or they were sound asleep, like you were like just in there and you walk in there, they're sound asleep when you go in there, and it's like they didn't hit that. Usually the rooms are filled up too fast to say it was like, oh, it was empty and there's a call light going off. But yeah, we hear like the alarms of like past residents, you would say, like, so like if a resident had an alarm on their wheelchair seat, you'd hear one of those go off, but there'd be no one in that room anymore with an alarm.
That's creepy.
It was definitely, it was not, it was definitely creepy, but it was never, you never really got like the sense of evil or mean or bad other than the Man in Black. And it wasn't like that was evil. It was just so airy, it freaked you out.
Yeah.
Like you didn't really get the whole on like, oh, there's evil in here. Like it was mostly, it was kind of settling. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was just that Man in Black that I could do without ever seeing again, because that was just airy. And I don't know if it's just because I am afraid of death, like death scares me. So like, if you really truthfully think of it, like Man in Black, you don't know who he's coming for. So it's like, you're not here for me, are you? Keep going.
Is he picking up the good guys or is he picking up the bad guys?
You don't know any of that. You really don't.
Yeah. I was going to ask you what he said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch the news. I have no desire to. Me working night shift alone and me being spiritually sensitive, I can see and catch on. Yeah, I'm glad I never worked alone at night. Now, any of that stuff would probably have really got me alone at night. Like, I would have been like, I can't do this. Because I don't deal with that well. You should watch my apparition thing and tell me what you see in that video. It's from a live stream.
Was I there?
The fluff ball.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Well, you weren't there. Because I was on
there,
Cam's live stream, but you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I still am dead set. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
But no, I don't mind that stuff. I can't handle that stuff alone. Like I start getting really jumpy when things like that happen when I'm by myself.
When you're by yourself, yeah, I'd be scared too.
Because then I'm like, is that like actually a person in here that's not supposed to be in here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. And why did they cross over? You know, like, was there a problem? Did the wrong guy come to get you? You know, like you walked in and he's like, "Oh no, you fucked up way too much. I can't take you."
The craziest thing is when my he was in the chat. Yeah, he was in the chat for a little bit. When my uncle passed, and you kind of know about my uncle. I told you about him. But when he passed, right before he passed, he like went from being like horrid to like trying to like make amends with everyone. Like he started making amends with everyone. Well, he started getting close to the end, and my mom was there with my sister. Mad Country TV, what's up? Hi, Maddie. How's the concussion going? You saw that video? Yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. But it like my mom was there with my sister, and all of a sudden there was a noise in the bathroom of his room. And
ooh, I don't like that, Tails. Something malicious under her desk.
Oh yeah, that's not nice.
No.
Hey, it's all cool, CCV.
Go make your video. Get out your rage and your frustration.
But my mom and sister were in the room, and they heard the noise in the bathroom. Dick Marks, what's up?
Hi, Dick. Dick.
Dick. What? That's scary. It's not fun. It's a story. But she heard the noise, and my aunt went in there, and she was in there. My sister goes, Grandma's here to get John. And my mom's like, what? She's like, Grandma's here to get John. Grandma was in the bathroom. That's what that was. She said she saw my grandma.
Oh my God.
And my aunt comes out of the bathroom. She goes, somehow his urinal fell off of the like it was hooked onto something. So like she's like, it shouldn't have fallen. She's like, I don't know how it fell, but somehow it fell. And Alexi's like, that was Grandma. She's here to get John, but she can't get him. And my mom's like, huh? Well, he started to pass like 2 days later. Every time he would like stop breathing, he would like he'd start gagging and choking, and he'd sit back up, and he wouldn't go. He fought it. Like the nurse would be like, okay, he's passing away. And then all of a sudden he'd like sit bolt upright, like, and she's like, I've never seen this before.
Oh my God.
Moscato, what's up? How you doing? And like, I'm like, man. And like right after my grandma had supposedly been there, like my sister had said, he got evil. Like he like went from like making amends to like, get out of my fucking room, and he went nuts on like people that he was making amends with.
Yeah.
And so it's like I told my mom, like, Grandma came to get him to bring him to heaven, and he didn't get that passage. He's going to hell, and he's not dying because he's afraid.
Oh my God.
Like he didn't get the passage to heaven. He didn't make his amends enough.
No, Grandma couldn't take him to the good place. He had someplace else he had to go.
Crazy. It was crazy. Like I'm like, I have a feeling that he he didn't make those amends he needed to make.
Yeah. That'll kind of make you believe in a heaven and a hell.
Oh, the death gurgles, you will never get that on your mind. I
Oh,
still
yeah.
wake up with those
The
nightmares.
death rattle. Yeah, I've got that.
But this was not even like, this was literally like, he was like, yeah, he was fighting it.
Yeah. I used to work in a nursing home too. I used to be a speech therapist in nursing homes, so.
Knowing what I know, Maddie, of the fact that you are definitely a green rider and your horse is definitely a green horse, it probably is in the best interest to get something that's a little bit older and more experienced for you, because a green horse with a green rider is a recipe for disaster. Unfortunately, that's just the case. I get where your mom is upset. I get where you don't want to sell them because, like, you love her. But knowing what I know about horses, I've gotten concussions and hurt myself riding green horses, and I've been riding since I was 8. I've got a lot of experience, and I've broken trained a lot of horses. It is not really a good combination of a beginner rider or a green rider, as I would call it.
Your
Like,
mom.
I would never put Autumn up on a green horse.
Yeah.
And she's been riding since she was probably about 6 or 7 as well, but she doesn't have the abilities. A green horse,
just trying to keep you safe, honey.
a green and confused horse is a dangerous horse because their reaction is to bolt and do stupid. Had 2 broken bones and concussion with that one. Yeah, and you can get hurt on any age horse, but a green horse, like, isn't yours what, 3 or 4 years old, Maddie? It's a young horse, I know. And 3 to 4, like, young horses, they're unpredictable. They're unpredictable anyway. They're an animal, but a young horse doesn't know. They don't understand. Like, they don't know what you're asking of them, and so then they do stupid things, and if you don't have the ability to stick it, you go off. Were you wearing a helmet when you were riding, by the way, girl? I hope you were wearing a helmet, and that's one thing you need to do if you weren't. Sometimes people can be so selfish. You need a helmet. At least I'm saying at least until you have more experience and you're get a better seat and everything else up on the saddle, because you wouldn't have gotten a concussion if you would have had a helmet on, kid. But you should be wearing a helmet. I should be wearing a helmet when I'm riding a horse, because anyone can fall off and you could kill yourself. I'm just gonna be completely blunt with that one. It could have been worse than a concussion. Protect your head.
Yep.
You're too young. Protect your head. Yeah, exactly, Sky. It's a green horse and a green rider, it's not a good combo. Even experienced riders on a green horse, you're going to probably get hurt. It's just they're strong animals, and they can get the upper hand easily. Was it a Western saddle solstice? Because I know of people that have had that happen. The horse rears up, falls over, and saddle horn goes where it's not supposed to go. Internal organs.
Oh my God.
Well, because you figure that saddle horn.
Yeah.
Like, if you have when the horse falls backwards on you and it rears up, the saddle horn's gonna hit you right in the rib cage area.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
And 1,000-pound horse on top of that.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely get a helmet. Please, for me, get a helmet. It might not look cool, but be safe. It's the smart thing to do when you're learning how to ride, when you got greener horses or you don't know the horse. It's so easy to hurt yourself. Yeah, that too. It would have gotten stuck in the stirrup and drug. There's so many things that can happen on a horse. There really is. I love the animals. I love them. But it's risky.
Yeah, but unpredictable.
Yeah, the dog's unpredictable, but a dog typically can't kill you. A horse could.
Yeah.
I put in their home and had many ER trips. Yeah, I kind of can relate right there. Get hurt on her, but maybe in stupid I didn't. Yeah, and I'm with your dad there. Like, green horse just isn't the. Like, I get it. A lot of people, and I think especially younger kids, they want the baby horse to train, and they don't want the 16-year-old or 17-year-old horse because they're too old. They think they're not going to live long. A 14, 15, 16-year-old, even 18-year-old horse is still in their prime. You still got a long time left with them. My mare's 18. She's perfectly healthy. We've had her since she was 4. Well, we've had her all her life, but we've had her here being trained since she was 4. But she's perfectly healthy at 18. This is why reckless behavior is called horseplay.
Could be.
But no, that's definitely get a helmet and just be careful. Like, I strongly urge you not to ride her before she gets sold. Like, it's just not worth it, Maddie. It's just not worth it. I don't think your parents are letting you, but even just that little video I watched of you riding her, you can tell she is very green and confused. When you were trying to tell her to go forward, you could tell she was just very uncertain about what you're asking of her, and she even did like a partial rear at that point. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All she does is buck. Confused horse. And the saddle might not fit her right too. That's another thing. If, like, I don't know who's helping you, Maddie. I don't know if someone that knows horses is helping you. But you get an ill-fitting saddle, you can create a bucking horse and many issues with their backs, and it's not as easy as people think. I like the green horses because I like the challenge, but yeah, the old horse is definitely safer.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put your kids on a green horse.
Yeah, same thing. Solstice. Sounds like she needs more training. She's not accepting of rider, and the tack might be uncomfortable. Like I said, if the saddle isn't fitting her right, and I don't know what kind of bit you're using. A lot of people get the basic, cheap combo bit. Basically, a lot of horses hate that bit. A lot of horses act up with that bit. My mare, if I put anything stronger than a snaffle in my mare's mouth, she will buck, she will rear, she will flip out because she doesn't need anything stronger. And she doesn't like it. I barely have to touch her mouth. If I'm on her mouth too much, she starts flipping out. But she's a great horse. She's taught many kids how to ride. But you have to know what you're looking at when you're dealing with this stuff. Like if you have the wrong bit in their mouth, you have the saddle not fitting them right, you can create problems that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Are you still doing the training with that girl?
We meet tomorrow morning.
Say that again because you got all garbled up.
Yeah, we're meeting up tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
See, it depends, Solstice. The split bit is the snaffle bit. A curb bit doesn't work with all horses. My mare will not take a curb bit. You put a curb bit in her mouth and she flips out. It depends on the horse. Like a snaffle is actually a great bit for most horses. Yeah, and I was looking because I was trying to look at your pictures and stuff, and it looked like you had just the cheap bit, and that was very likely a problem. Like the way she was tossing her head, I don't think she liked the bit. There's a lot of odds and ends. Like even if you get an older horse, I hope you have someone close to you that knows horses that can come help you. That can actually walk you through some stuff, check the fit of things. Because even a good horse can get bad if they're not being properly tacked and properly ridden. Or at least hopefully get them from someone that's going to sell you the tack that came with the horse. You know what they like. Yeah. I think there's a lot of mixture from watching it. Like she's young, but just young and not. She's confused. You can just see it in the video. she was confused. Yeah, you got to know the horse, because not all horses tolerate curb bits. Not all of them do good with snaffles. Some of them need more than a snaffle, because a snaffle is a very light bit. And then you got to watch, too, the snaffle. How thick of a snaffle do you use? If you use a real thin snaffle, that's really harsh. If you're heavy on your hands, you don't want a harsh bit in their mouth. There's a lot of little factors. Like, I would never put a harsh bit in my horse's mouth, honestly, because I put kids up on her. So I'm just asking for problems, because those kids are going to be harder on their hands, and she's going to get pissed. But just really try to find someone close to you, a trainer that can come look at the horses with you when you're looking for the next one, a trainer that can help make sure the saddle fits right, the bit fits right. Make sure you at least know what you're getting before you bring her home. Yeah, I think that's smart, Maddie. I honestly just think she's not going to work for you. She needs someone that has the time and the experience to train her. You're back, 23KC. You're back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
He's back again. I can't get the right rhythm because I don't got the right name. But no, I think that's for the best. I know you love her, but it's a recipe for disaster. It really is. I said it on your post. I'll say it to you now. You're better off finding something that's going to just work out with you, and you're going to end up loving that horse 100 times more, because you're going to have that bond, and you're not going to be, if you keep falling off like this and keep getting concussions, you're going to eventually not let the horse because you're scared. That's why you're in here. I know night shift sucks. I hate a night shift. Just, yeah, I get why you don't want to sell her, though. I do. I bought a horse at 16, and I was experienced, but I bought a thoroughbred that was never retrained off the track. The second your foot touched the stirrup, he was in galloping mode. And I probably am lucky I didn't get killed from that horse. It worked out in the end, but I went down quite a few times, because as my leg went over the saddle, he took off into full gallop, and I went over his butt. So, yeah.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, I overbought, but I loved him.
Yeah.
I see where he's coming from, Maddie. I do. Hopefully she finds a good home at auction. I hopefully she does. Trying to think because of where I know horse people, so I'm trying to think if I know of anyone that might be looking for a horse in your area.
Where's Maddie?
What?
Where's Maddie at?
That's why I was trying to think of where she's at now, because I can't remember. I know where she's at, but I'd have to look it up. I kept him. I retrained him. He ended up being a jumper. But yeah, make sure with the next one you just make sure someone that knows horses comes with you, and just check over everything. South Mississippi. I was thinking Mississippi, but I'm like, I might be wrong, and I don't want to say it out loud. Oh yeah, you can get great horses at auctions. Auctions just make me obviously nervous for a reason. But you can get some great horses at auction. At some point, I'd like to go pick up some horses on auction.
When you move down to Tennessee. When you get your land down in Tennessee.
Oh, Sky's got family over there. Maybe she's got a horsey family member that has a horse to sell or is looking for a green horse. No, it's hopefully she can find a good home, and you can find something that's a good match for you. I know she's your first horse and you love her, and that's what makes it harder to sell because it's your first horse. And I know you've wanted
Imagine
one
how
for a
much
while.
better the second horse is going to be when you can actually ride her and enjoy her and not be fearful.
Yeah.
You're going to love that horse a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's even for me, and I'm not a great rider. I've been riding, like I said, as long as I have. I've trained horses. I've had horses that have gotten the better of me, and it's gotten to the point where, like, getting on them, I'm afraid to get on, and there's no way I can enjoy the ride because I'm terrified that I'm about to go off again.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone that has trained multiple horses, has fallen off multiple times. Like, it definitely gets the better of you at some point.
Yeah.
She works in the medical field. The fun of medical. No, it's definitely it will be for the better. It'll be for the better.
And your parents are just looking out for your safety.
Your mom, I think, just saw a horse that she thought would work for you, and she was excited because she knew you wanted a horse, and she jumped the gun a little too fast, and your dad was kind of right. Got lucky to get it finished and papered. Yeah, you can get some really nice horses, especially right now. The market's down. It's just down. It's crazy to see.
What is a reining horse? What does that mean?
Oh my God. I don't rein. Reining is typically it's a Western sport.
Oh, okay.
It's a trick horse, basically.
Oh, okay.
Trying to explain it, I don't rein. I jump. I learned to ride with were 20-something Shetland ponies. Rode them until I was 14 years old. Ponies are little snots, though. They're the devil incarnate half the time. Reining's where they turn in circles. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, I'm a jumper. I know barrel racing. I know the stuff. I don't rein. I've never reined. I'm trying to explain it. It's like it's a trick horse, basically.
Okay.
We got ropers. We got barrel racing. I did barrel racing at one point just for the heck of it. A good friend was a pretty good barrel racer. Yeah, I was wondering what all happened with that because I know you got accepted into, wasn't it Disney for the acting and stuff, and I was wondering if that like still was happening or if that had to be put on hold because of COVID or if it just completely disappeared. Okay, barrel racer and pole bender. That's what my good friend does, and she's really good at it. Well, she did it all through high school. Now her kids do it, and she still does too. But
so, what's a pole bender?
They got a line of poles set up, and you basically leave the poles.
Oh,
kind of like with the dog shows when they have the poles that the dogs move in and out of. That's basically what you do on the horse.
Okay.
I was saying that's what I thought they did the sliding too, but I'm like, is that in the reining or is that another one? I don't do. I'm not a Western rider. It's pretty amazing to see though. They do. Have you ever seen? I forget the names of the riders, but there is a top reiner with his horse, and then a show jumper or dressage rider with her horse, and they switched horses. They switched mounts, and the barrel or the reiner got on the jumper on the English saddle, and the English rider got on the reiner and the Western saddle, and they had to do what the other person's sport. And let's just say that the English rider almost went off.
Oh.
Like, that just tells you how intense those spins and stuff are. For acting, singing, and modeling, but we have not heard nothing from my cast.
We got some serious horse riders in here.
Yeah. I was saying, we got horse people tonight. I remember getting in the conversation with Solstice before that she rode horses, And I know the last time I think Sky brought up horses too, so I kind of knew. But
Yeah, I am out of my element. Last time I rode a horse, I ended up hanging by its neck.
I jumped a few jumps that way before.
Yeah, I think I was probably 10-ish.
I was doing a jumper course, and the last 2 jumps, I went the first one like with my basically my whole body, butt and everything, basically in front of the saddle and on the neck, and then I ended up sliding underneath, and I was hugging the neck as we went over the last jump. Cleared that jump, and I placed because I technically didn't fall off through the course. That was the funny thing, is I actually placed. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Those spins would probably go a few times. Like, I get dizzy just like turning in circles for a second. Yeah, I believe it's solstice. Yeah, we can hope this all blows over and things get back to some normal, and hopefully you still have things going there, Maddie. Like, I know you're all excited about that, and I don't know, this has just been a year and a half, 2 years, whatever you want to call it at this point. We're 7 days in, and it's already like, take my bear. I don't know.
We tried to sneak in quietly.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Riding a horse is a lot like riding a motorcycle, actually. That's why I liked riding the motorcycle. I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm riding a horse right now.
I've never been on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, it could be, Maddie. It could be. They could have scammed you. I don't know. Are they cheaper than cars? Because man, horses get expensive too. Yeah, I've had horses fall on me, roll on me, all that fun stuff.
Now I know why I don't ride horses. Besides the fact that I'm completely disabled and I would be broken in half getting on a horse, but I'm starting to pick up, a theme here.
Hey, Sky, I have to thank you now. I've already got Andrew up my butt about helmets and everything else, and now I'm going to have Sue Ann up my butt too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I at least I see that you make your when you share pictures, I see that you make your kids wear them. So I appreciate that. If you don't want to wear one, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. But
although I've been having to hound Autumn lately because she got on like 1 or 2 times where it was just like she wanted to get a picture or she had like a high bun, and I'm like, okay, you're just walking her, just walk her.
Yeah.
And so now she thinks every time she gets on, she's like, I don't need a helmet. I'm like, get your fucking helmet on.
Yeah.
Welcome back, BRYDEN. I've been kicked from the rear end too. I've had it all. I had a horse, my half brother to the one I have now. I was pregnant with my middle son, and I was bringing him in, and he was a jackass. He really was. And he got ticked off at me over something because I wouldn't let him go. I think I wouldn't let him go past me or something. There was something he wanted to do, and I wasn't letting him do it. And so he started pawing, and I corrected him because I didn't allow that. Well, this horse was an ass. He picked up that foot, and like it was like he strategically placed it, and he smacked me in the stomach with his hoof. And I'm like,
you were pregnant?
Yes. Well, I was pregnant. Well, Mike saw it, and he got pissed. So he comes over and grabs the lead rope, and he's ripping on the lead rope. And Jed hated Mike. He hated Mike. And Jed reared up. It's like he strategically placed again, like 1 foot over his shoulder, and with the other one, he went right into his face.
Oh my God.
He was a bit of a jerk.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think horses are more expensive than cars, but I like my horse better. If you get bucked off enough times, you get to wear a helmet permanently. Kind of true. But yeah, he was a jerk. He was a jerk, and he hated kids. He absolutely hated kids. He was a beautiful mover, though.
Yeah.
He was a gorgeous mover. Oh, lucky you, Sky. Lucky you. Here we got. I can find it. If I can find it. I think I can find it. I think I can find it. I found it. Hey, hey. Let me see. Ah, that's the wrong one. Why am I not there? That's that horse.
Oh, it's okay.
I want to see. He was like 6 or 7 at this age. At this point.
Is that you on the horse?
That's me.
Oh.
That was me. That was Jed when I like a couple years after training him.
That's cool.
They could have drugged her up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one's for my car, my horse, but no, that was the horse that was a jackass with kids. Beautiful mover. He was a very pretty mover. I don't know if I have any other videos of him, but that was one of the few I remember I had, and I could find these. It's not easy to find them. I just know what I titled that. Maybe, oh no, that's someone else. That was someone else riding them. Yeah, it's not as easy to find any more of them, but yeah, that was
How
him.
would you know, though, if they tranquilized her first? Even if you rode her, how would you know if she had been tranquilized?
You don't always know. Depends on how bad they. It's really, you don't know until you get home and the horse tried out.
Okay.
It's not uncommon. It really isn't. General rule of thumb: if the horse is only 3 or 4 years old, it's not a beginner horse.
Okay.
That's very seldom gonna happen. Now, the mare that we have now, she was never yeah, she will buck and rear if you put the wrong bit in her mouth and you get rough on her mouth, she'll throw a buck at you and stuff. But she was never really a bucker. From day one, we got on her back with no issues at all.
Yeah.
Even when she was confused, she just never did anything stupid. But then again, Mike was the one that trained her, and Mike was a completely green rider. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said once you get home, that's when you find out when that stuff wears off, and you're like, this ain't the nice horse I rode 10 minutes ago.
Do they have a return policy on horses?
Not normally. Yeah, if she was really good the first day, there's a chance she was trained. There's a chance it was just new to nervous. But got free. That explains a lot. that explains a lot. Granted, you can get free horses all over right now, but yeah. Yeah, typically, you know, and granted, there's free horses all over. I know of a lot of great horses that are free.
You frozen. Crystal. Crystal. All right. Well, she'll be back in a moment. Please enjoy yourselves. There
I
you go.
interrupted
You're
you.
back.
Yeah, no. Free, like I said, you can get good horses that are free, but free is typically not the way I would go for a kid's horse. It's just not worth that risk to me. Why the long face? That's more a donkey or a mule. But I was going to end the stream like an hour ago, and then we got to talking because we had some new people come in. I do think I am going to end the stream because it's almost 1 in the morning now. And I got up at 4 in the morning today, so I'm tired.
I'm not tired at all.
But I should be live, and I said this last week, and then Gil didn't go live, but I should be live tomorrow for a Saturday with Gil. Saturday with Gil. It's not Friday. It's Thursday. It is Friday now. Saturday with Gil, so hopefully we catch you guys over there on Saturday. And I'm trying to get this situated again where I go live a little bit more frequently.
Much love, everybody. Stay positive. Test negative.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. Much love. Maddie, don't be too mad at your parents. Hopefully things work out for you. Autumn's good. Autumn's good. But stay blessed, guys. Stay safe. Stay sane. All that good stuff. Catch you on the next one.